right, YouTube. What's up? It's your boy Jimmy here, episode 3. You know what I'm saying? I got Mr. Jimi Manuwa. How you doing, Jimmy?
What's up, bro? How you doing?
Doing well, and let's get right into it. You have been retired for quite a long time, and first off, how has retirement been treating you?
Time is treating me good. Um, Getting a lot more family time, but is what it is. I'm fighting the demons of MMA and that, of retiring and the competition and everything, So, take things day by day.
Yeah, and I know, I know Kobe Bryant talked about this. And everybody, that retires from a sport, they always talk about how, after a few months, the first few months first few years, you always get that itch of wanting to come back. Have you been getting that itch lately?
Of course, definitely. Every UFC fight card, I get that itch. It's the competition runs deep in your blood as a fighter.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
dealing with it, I've just been staying busy and getting on with life, planning the next chapter.
Yeah. And I want to jump into another subject because it is fairly recent. Tyron Woodley. He has come out, he's talked about after he's gotten demolished. He's talking about how Jake Paul would, knock out most of these MMA fighters that were quote unquote trash talking. I know you were very vocal about, Tyron Woodley selling out, for the fights. What's your whole thoughts on that whole Jake Paul Tyron Woodley situation?
Like for him to go and make money for his family and everything, fair play to him. Everyone's got to do that, and every man's got to do that as a provider, and everything. But it's certain, like getting a tattoo of this little YouTube kid on your hand for the world to see, and that just to try and sell the fight and everything. Don't sit well with me, as a man.
Yeah.
And coming from where I come from and everything. So Twitter's a place for voicing your opinion. So I did that. Do you get me?
Yeah. Yeah, I get you. And when jumping back into the division that you fought in, let's just say, Dana, Sean Shelby, Mick, those guys, they come to you, it was like Jimmy. Yeah, it was like, Jimmy, we got a fight for you. What if they say, Jimmy, I'll let you pick anyone in top 15. Is there anyone in that top 15 in light heavyweight division where you're like, I can whip his ass right off the couch right now? Is that anyone in that division?
Probably my last loss, Rakic, is probably the only. Like, what do you mean, that I know I can beat, or
yeah, that you know that you
like
you're like, if you were like, if they let you bet your life savings, who would one do you like, I can beat him 100%?
You know what? There isn't any specific fighter, because as a fighter, I believe I can beat them all. That's just my mindset, and
Right.
that, with the right, with my good training camp and everything, I've got the skills to beat any of them. I feel, so, but who I'd want to fight is probably my last fight, because that was just, it was. It's like I didn't get to show up. It's my last fight, and it's left a bitter taste in my mouth. The way that happened, but so it's life, and life goes on.
Yeah. And speaking about Alexander Rakic, him and Anthony Smith, been having this, I won't say beef, but a little bit of back and forth.
Bro, like, they're both pricks. Him and Anthony Smith, I don't like both of them, though, but they're both pricks. I know that. I'll probably slap Rakic if I see him as well, and that. But and Anthony Smith as well.
Yeah. And
but like, beef, there is no beef. They're like, these fighters are trying to sell them, like, there is no beef and everything. These people are just like Twitter fingers and like all this fake beef. Like, people who like know what beef is. It's not really beef. It's just like back and forth between two bitches.
Right.
Excuse my French. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
that's my take.
yeah. And good thing you brought that up because not Jake Paul, Kobe Covington and Jorge, they've been having their quote unquote beef and everything. So that's real interesting you said that. But I know about a few years back, you and Daniel had y'all little thing. What happened with
That's
that?
quite real. That's quite a real
Yeah.
beef because for me, it would have to be on when I see him. Do you get me? There won't be no walking past each other. It would have to come. I'd have to confront him and everything. But he texted me the next day after all of that stuff, and that's why we didn't really have anything after that because he texted me the next day and said that listen, he respects me and he was just trying to sell the fight and the rest of it. So what can I say to that? I met him the next day and in the hotel lobby, he's with his kids and everything was all good, you know.
Yeah, yeah. And this weekend, actually 2 days from now, Francis Ngannou and Cyril Gane, ex-training partners, same coach, same camp, same everything.
Yeah,
Actually they should be in a press conference right about
sick
now.
fight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what's your whole take on that fight?
Um, Man, I think it's the best two the best two heavyweights in the world fighting this weekend, and everyone's saying about Cyril Gane, and he is good. I'm a fan of his and that, but when it comes to fighting, I always or any sort of situation, I always choose my sides. You get me? I never sit in the
Yeah.
middle and sit on the fence and stuff when it comes to supporting uh, my friends and shit or whatever. So I'll be supporting Francis and Ngannou, Predator, this weekend. But mate, such a wicked fight, man.
Yeah.
Such a good fight.
Yeah. And it's real interesting that you said the best two heavyweights because this just set up a nice little transition because there's another guy who thinks he's the best heavyweight. Many think he's the quote unquote goat of MMA. What's your take on John? I think it's pretty much cut clear that he's going to get the winner of Saturday's fight. So,
Yeah,
what's your whole thought on John? Him moving up. You think he's going to look fresh? Like, what you think?
I think he's got the skills to be the best and that, but we just have to see how he performs with the added weight and stuff, and how he performs with the big guys and that. Because Francis Ngannou ain't no joke. I've shook his hand many times. I've stood next to him many times, and he's not no joke, man. I swear that he made me think. He made me think twice about going to heavyweight, and that's probably one of the reasons why I didn't. And standing next to Francis Ngannou, so we just have to see how he's got the height and everything. We have to just have to see how his body moves and everything at heavyweight. So mate, that's another thing to look forward to this year.
Yeah, yeah. And two more questions. These I wouldn't say MMA fighters. They've been coming. Well, not yet. They're MMA fighters, but a lot of the people in the organization in the UFC, like Francis, John has come out and said he wants to fight for a certain amount of money.
Yeah,
Different fighters have
yeah.
been coming out and saying these things about the pay. Was there with your tenure in the UFC, was there any discrepancies with pay or like were you happy?
Well, I can never knock Dana White because the way I see it, you sign a contract and that's what you agree to. So if you agree to it and then you fight and then whatever, and then later down the line you complain about it or whatever, but it's different. It's different if you're trying to re-sign a contract and trying to get more money. Then it's different. But for your contract that you're on now, I don't think there's any like.
Right. I get you. Yeah,
Yeah,
no, it's okay.
do you know what I'm saying? I don't. You agree to a certain amount, so you should stick to that.
Right. And I know you're driving, so I'm gonna leave you off with this last question.
Yes.
I've interviewed what 3 people, and I asked them all the same question. All right, you're on an island, all right, stranded island by yourself. A cruise boat comes by. They say, "Hey, Mr. Manuwa, we'll let you in our buffet, but you can only pick one thing, and it's a lifetime supply of it. What food you taking?"
What's the question again? Sorry.
Okay. You're on a
You're on an
stranded island.
island.
You're on an
Yeah.
island. Cruise boat
Yeah.
comes by. They're like,
Yeah.
"Hey, you can come on the ship. You can get a lifetime supply of one food. What food you taking?"
Hmm.
It always baffles people. That's why it's so funny.
One, you can only eat that food every day
Yeah,
for the
you
rest of
only
your
eat that
life.
food every day, rest of your life, lifetime supply.
I would probably take some sort of vegetables.
Vegetables.
Some sort of vegetable, because you can. What can you live on what can you eat every day, and you can only eat that every day?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and you could probably
You
mix the
can't take
vegetables.
chicken.
Yeah.
You can't take chicken. You can't eat chicken every day, can you?
No, I don't think I can
You
eat that
can't
every day.
live off
Yeah.
of chicken, like
Yeah.
eating chicken 3 times. Mm. What did you choose?
Me personally, I took shrimp. I think that's pretty. I mean, I wouldn't say it was easy, but I mean, it's like,
I'm allergic to shrimp.
yeah. I
I'm
mean,
allergic to shrimp.
oh dang, you're allergic. But look,
I'm allergic to
if you pick
shellfish.
vegetables, I mean, I don't know how good your survival skills are. You gotta go catch a crab or go catch some fish. You probably make a nice little meal with some vegetables.
Yeah, but you're on a cruise. Yeah, you're on a cruise ship. I suppose you can. But you said you can only eat that for the
Oh yeah, that's true.
rest
I
of your
did say,
life. So you
I
can
did say
only
that. Yeah.
eat. You can only eat shrimp. Like, can you eat? I'm sure you can. You can probably live off it. I don't know. It's a hard one. It's a hard question. Trick question. Yeah, probably. Because the apes, them big strong apes, only eat vegetables, don't they? So I'll probably some sort of vegetables.
Okay. I like that. See, that's different. I've never heard that, so that's different.
Yeah.
But anyway, Jimmy's driving, so I'm not gonna hold him up too long, y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share. If you're new, join the family, join the gang, man. Y'all already know what time it is. Big props to Mr. Jimi Manuwa for agreeing to do this with
Respect,
me.
man. Thanks for having me on, man.
No problem, and see y'all next time.
I haven't done interviews in a long time still, so I thought, fuck it, why not?
Yes, sir. See, look, it's the do rag that I have on. That's why, y'all. I told y'all, man. I told y'all that. Remember I said that. But anyway, man, I will see y'all
Where are
next
you
time.
from?
I'm from New Orleans. I'm from the U.S. You know, the U.S.
Yeah, I live in LA now. I live in Los Angeles.
Ooh. I can see. I'm looking through the sunroof, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's definitely LA. And that sun in the back. You know, see that? I see that.
I moved here because of the sun, man. I swear.
But yeah, man. Shout out to Jimmy Manuwa once again.
Respect,
See
man.
y'all next time. It's been your boy, and I'm out, man. See y'all later, man.